This is my 2-year-old blue heeler, Nikki. I got her in March. She was rehomed to me. And she was in a foster home, and I picked her up. Me and my ex-wife did, and she left her in the divorce. But anyway, Nikki is a pretty poor example of a blue heeler because she's extremely calm and very, very lazy. She belonged to a mechanic before the foster family and spent many hours sleeping underneath pickup trucks and whatnot. So, I mean, she doesn't even really like to go for walks. Like, she'll go out and go for a short walk, but she is perfectly content with just sleeping all day and eating and crapping. I mean, she is... You want a belly rub? She is just a good girl. Now, the truth about blue heelers is that they're a working dog. And like I said, she is a very poor example of that, to say the least. But, a little tickle spot. Blue heelers are working dogs. So, Nikki aside, if you get a blue heeler, be prepared to give it a lot of physical activity. Take it for walks. Play with it. Play fetch. Take it to the park. Take it on long walks. In fact, I'm going to probably start making her go on long walks because I just think it'd be good for her. She's just too lazy for her age. But she was, I guess, more or less a rescue. I mean, the family I got her from took really good care of her. So I don't know her past. I mean, she doesn't really behave like a rescue. She's super clingy as a result of being rehomed a few times. And not only that, but, my ex-wife leaving us. So, she's very clingy. I mean, she's literally laid up against my foot right now, begging for belly rubs. Blue heelers, they need a lot of room to run. Now, we live in an apartment, but, I live next to a very large neighborhood, that I could take her for walks in if she would go. But again, every time I turn around, she's asleep. She just happens to be awake right now. Now, that's the thing, is that you could get an extremely low energy, low maintenance, chill blue heeler like Nikki, but I wouldn't count on it. You need to be prepared for the destructive nature of this breed. Working dogs, they can be destructive. Now, I'm not saying that as a reflection of their personality, but if you do not... Now, again, she's an exception. I have caught her chewing on a few things. I've had to get on to her for that. But if you do not exercise this dog, if you do not spend time with this dog, it will start chewing on things. Toys. She doesn't really like her toys. I mean, like I said, she is the most unusual blue heeler I've ever met in my life, which I got very lucky because me and my ex did not know if the apartment thing would work out, but I mean, it did. Now she's my dog, and she loves my roommate. I have a buddy from high school who lives with me, and I mean, she's just an absolutely phenomenal little dog. I mean, she's pretty small for a blue heeler. I mean, she's not very big. I mean, here's my arm for comparison. She was definitely the runt of the litter, if I had to guess. But generally, I did a little bit of research before I went and picked her up. They cling to one person. I'm her person. My ex hated that, but she was definitely my dog from the get-go. They're kind of like weenie dogs. They'll cling to one person, but I mean, she's very friendly to everybody, which I lucked out on too. It just, it all depends on how they're raised. She was raised by a mechanic who probably expected her just to sit down and shut up while he was at work, and as a result, she only barks if somebody's at the door. I mean, she's a very calm dog. She just wants tummy tickles right now. But if you get a blue heeler, be prepared. I mean, it will try to herd things. She doesn't really try to herd anything. Now, the family I got her from said that she tried to herd their cats and their vacuum cleaner and their other dogs and their kids. I have not seen her try to hurt a single thing since I've been here now. She will kind of go after and sniff at people's feet when I take her for walks and, another pedestrian walks by. But in general, they're very good dogs. I mean, if you have an opportunity to get a blue heeler, get it. So that's all I can say about blue heelers, is that they're very good dogs. I lucked out, but I know enough about them to say that if you get one, be prepared to put in a lot of time with it, and you have to accept the fact that it is a working dog. It will herd things. It is a herding breed. It will get on your damn nerves. She gets on my nerves just by being clingy sometimes after a long day of work, but I wouldn't have it any other way now, would I, Nikki?